Okay, I know it's cold. Good afternoon, I'm Stan Dillon. I was Danny's platoon sergeant in Vietnam. When he died, he was right there by me. I was wounded really bad and I spent quite a few years in the hospital. I came home on a gurney, or a stretcher. But anyway, and we're here to honor Danny and the three brothers, his three brothers that were killed with him. Joe Hall, Stan Sargent, geez, memory. Stan Sargent, James Crawford, James Cardwell. James Cardwell and Danny were like that. You saw one, you've seen them both. They like to go to the artillery pit and play the guitar, play 60s songs. And I'd go down and listen to them, and they were pretty good singers, but I wasn't. I couldn't sing nothing. I'd down them out, that's okay. But anyway, we're here today to honor these three guys, especially Danny. He was such a good guy. The best point team I ever had was him and James Cardwell. They were so good at it. On this particular mission that we were on, I recommended we take him. I was third back, and those two were first. And they got killed by a Chinese claymore went off in a bunker complex and got us. But I live in Columbus, Ohio. I always wanted to come up here and put flowers on his grave. I told my wife, I'm going to go next year. I never had the courage. I lost a good friend. 50 years. I go to bed at night, I dream about it. Everything about it. There hasn't been one night. So hopefully this might stop some of that. So we're going to make this real quick. I had a lot of things I wanted to say about Danny, especially the guitar. And you look a lot like him.
Well, I tell you what, you used to play the bongos too. Danny, I used to sneak in his bedroom and knock on the door and run in, and he would go, "What are you doing?" And he would be singing. He had a stereo system. He loved albums.
Oh,
He sang all the time. He sang with our mom, danced in the kitchen floor. You know, they danced all the time. So,
yeah.
No, go ahead.
It was great. They were great. And but they were so good at what they did. They could find, if there were VC in the area or NBA, they could find it. I never seen anything like it. They would take their shirts off with a machete and cut that bamboo down so we'd have a place to go. The sweat would be rolling off of it. I said, Danny, you got two girls, get to the end of the line. Nope, I'm up here with my buddy. We're together. That's how they were. I said, you got a wife. He always talked about that beautiful wife and those two beautiful children. Talked about it all the time. And even Joe Hall, when he got killed that day, he had a little boy. He came up from the rear, came up and he said, where do you want me? I said, what are you doing up here? And we were firing back at us, all the things. I said, over here, Joe. He got killed. It's just that blast that got him. Another guy named Stanton Sargent. He was he from Mississippi? Anyway, I talked to his parents a long time ago, but he was an assistant machine gunner. And he took it to the head. And he died the next day. But it was a bad, I got the platoon leader right here. He could tell you it was a bad day. He got everybody out, but they took me up in a stretcher. So we're here to bless this guy and thank him. You know, God has infinite wisdom. God has his infinite wisdom all the time. He always had a plan. And today, you know, it was just me and my wife coming up here and Gail putting on flowers on his grave. But look at God and his infinite wisdom. Look what turned out. You know, family is everything to me. You got family, you stick to it. Even our brothers in Vietnam, we've been coming together for years now. When we see each other, we give them a hug. We know they're family. It's family. You don't give up on family. They could be gone tomorrow and you'll never see them again. So that's why I love these guys. I loved all my men. I just couldn't. When they got hurt, I was there for them. That's the way I was. And all the other sergeants used to say, don't get so close. You're going to regret it. You know, but I didn't.
I heard that too.
I didn't regret it. There's guys like this. And it's been 50 years today since he lost his life. You lost a good brother, brother.
Yes.
You sure did.
Oh, 100%.
And seen other guys get hit and wounded and die, but these 3 or 4 were special. I used to carry a Bible with me. When you go in the country, you have a Bible, a New Testament. They'll give it to you at the reception center. The Gideon's New Testament Bible. I carried it right here and I also had notepads. I knew everybody's name, what platoon he was in, where he was at, all that stuff. Social security numbers, D-roast date, time he went home, R&R, all that stuff. The first bullet that day, I reached around to get the receiver from my RTO, radio man, and right here, the first round went off, hit me right there. Blood went out, and then the second round they shot, hit me right there in the chest and knocked me to the ground. I just want you to know, I didn't bring that Bible because it's in a museum. It's in a museum in Groveport, Ohio. But it stopped. The bullet stopped in that Bible, or it would have killed me. 2 Corinthians 5:7. It stopped right there on that line. We walk by faith and not by sight. And that's what we did. You know, we were over there, we were 20 years old, 24. Maybe 27 was the highest. They were mostly 18-year-olds. Now, can you imagine an 18-year-old today doing what we did? The leeches coming out of trees on you, the red ants going down your shirt, you know, the scorpions, the snakes, everything you dealt with. You know, and then you come back home. You knew those days. The Berkeley Society got us. You didn't want to wear your uniform or nothing. You left it in the closet and you just went on about your business and found a job and all that. But I want to thank all of you today for coming, especially Lana, the 2 girls, sincerely.
Thank you.
Sincerely, from my heart. Thank you for coming. And I want to thank Steve and Kat for getting this crowd together.
Oh yeah, she handles all that kind of stuff.
She's good at it.
Yeah, yes. Oh yeah.
Anyway, I thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
100%.
And all,
The opportunity for us all to get together. Yeah.
yes. And I want to thank all the cab guys for showing me how much they liked me. From one to putting flowers on his grave, they just kept coming back and said, Jim Cavern back there, raise your hand up, Jim. He and his wife kind of organized this. Susan's behind you. They're good at this stuff.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, we put it on Facebook and all that, and it's like I say, God, His infinite wisdom, has a plan. And He's got your plan. He's got a plan for everything. So trust in Him always. Okay, I'm going to turn it over to the chaplain now. And thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, I should have brought it.
Good afternoon. We, the members of the Macomb County Ritual Team of the Combined Veteran Service Organizations of the United States, are here assembled to pay a lasting tribute of respect to our departed brother. When the call of our country was heard, Brother Danny answered. Self was forgotten in the cause of the greater good. Bravely he marched away with his abiding faith in his God, his country, and his flag. The red of our country's flag was made redder by his heroism. The white, more saintly pure by the motives which impelled him. In the starry field of our nation's glorious banner, the blue has been glorified American service he has given for American ideals. Chaplain, divine blessing.
O God, Father of us all, we here extend these finally earthly tributes to our beloved brother. Accept our prayers on behalf of thy soul of the servant departed. Welcome, Brother Danny, to thy house to rest in peace. Look with mercy upon the loved ones bereaved by Danny's passing. Comfort and console them through thine own tenderness. These things we ask humbly in thy name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
One by one, as the years go on, we are called upon to fulfill these sad duties of respect to our departed brothers. The present, for the cares we beset all nations, whether engaged in war or peace, fades away as we look back on the day this brother left his home to defend his country. Imbued by a spirit of devotion and inspired by an undying love of his native land, he gladly went forth and joined others, both young and old, to preserve our heritage and freedom. We trust that the example set by our brother will prove a glorious beacon to the youth of our nation, who may be called upon to uphold the honor of our flag. As years go on, we too shall be laid to rest, and our souls follow the long column to the realms above, as all unfolding death, hour by hour, shall mark all his recruits. Fellow veterans, let us so live that when the keeper of the eternal records shall have called our names for the last time, those we leave behind may say of us, as we now say of Brother Danny, here lies all that is mortal of a true-hearted brother in arms, and a fearless defender of his country and flag. Ladies and gentlemen, the firing team will now fire the 3-round rifle volley salute in honor of Danny's service. The M1s are quite loud and quite close, so please do not be startled by the gunfire. Immediately following the firing, taps shall be played. I ask that all civilians place your right hand on your heart. Present arms. Ready to. On behalf of the veteran service organizations throughout the United States and the Macomb County Military Team, please accept these casings as a symbol of the 3-round rifle volley you fire in honor of your brother's faith. Benediction.
The Lord bless and keep us. The Lord make his face to shine upon us and be gracious unto us. And may the Lord lift up his countenance upon us and give us his peace. And may the blessings of heaven be on all our brothers and sisters, wherever they are dispersed in our world. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our portion of the military honors. It's been an honor and a privilege.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Commander.